Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat, and today we are going to take a look at the camping mod. And what this mod does is it adds in a bunch of campfires, which are really useful for cooking and smelting stuff, and they have some unique abilities as well. There's also a randomly generated structure that you can actually trade with some NPCs that spawn there, and a couple other interesting things too. So we're going to take a quick look at all this stuff. These are the different campfires, so there's 5 different ones. This one is just a plain regular campfire, which you can't actually cook with, but what you can do is if you use a stick on it like this, it's going to turn into a torch. So you'll see now I have a torch in my inventory, so it's kind of cool. To make this, what you're going to need is stone, flint, and 3 torches. So that was pretty easy to make, and these are going to spawn at the randomly generated structures most of the time. All the other ones are quite a bit rarer. The second one is the multi-cooking campfire, and this one is made from 4 furnaces around a regular campfire. And the difference between this one and the other one is you can cook like a bunch of things at the same time. So you can actually cook 6 things, but it cooks them pretty slow is the thing. So if I were to put some coal in here and put some beef over here, it would cook all these at the same time, but really slowly. But if you need to cook a lot of things, it would be really useful, especially if it's like a bunch of different things, not just like 6 steaks at the same time. There'd be no point. But if you had to cook a bunch of different unique things at the same time, then it would be a really good way to cook them. The next campfire is the fast cooking campfire, and to make this one you're going to need to surround a campfire with flint and steel. And the one about this is, of course, it's extremely fast. So if I put some coal in here and I put some beef in, it's going to go a lot quicker. So you can see how fast this one goes. So this one you're going to want to use when you need to cook things really quickly. So it's kind of cool how they set up a bunch of different campfires for all different possibilities. Sometimes you need to cook a bunch of things, other times you need to cook things quickly. And putting something like iron ore in here will work as well, guys. And this one is the cheap cooking campfire. And this one does not require any coal to cook. But it is slow, it's very slow, and you can cook 2 things at the same time. So you have to be really patient with this one, but it's great in case you actually run out of coal. So it'll be a nice one to use for that. And one thing about it is there's a 25% chance that it will actually keep my beef in here after it's cooked. So then I'll be able to get just twice as much, basically. And there's a 15% chance that it will double the amount cooked. So that's kind of cool, a couple unique things they added to the cheap one. And the last one, this is the best one of all, guys, the insta-cooking campfire. And to make this, you're going to need to use all the other campfires to craft it. And it basically just instantly cooks meat. But this one, you can't use this one on ore and stuff. You can only use this one on food. There is no interface for this one, so you just right-click it like this, and bam, all my stuff is instantly cooked. It's cool, though. It's cool, but sadly, you cannot use that one for, ore or something like that. This mod adds in a couple other useful things as well, and the first one is marshmallows. And guys, it wouldn't be a camping mod without marshmallows. To make marshmallows, what you're going to need is sugar, eggs, water bottle, and a bowl, and that will get you 3 marshmallows. And to make a marshmallow on a stick, you just need a stick right next to a marshmallow. And of course, you could cook that to make a cooked marshmallow. And to cook it, all you have to do is right-click on any campfire, and bam, it is cooked. So that's kind of cool, and it heals you for 1 heart. One other thing about these campfires is you can actually dye the color of them. Any color you want in all of them. So let's say I wanted one pink, I can dye it pink. Now the flame turns to pink. If I wanted to turn this one white, I can do that as well, and turn this one to orange. So, it leaves a couple options open for you so you can make it look pretty cool. Alright, so there are some tools that come with this as well. And one of them is the camper's tool. And to make the camper's tool, what you're going to need to do is get some rose red and some iron ingots like this. And that'll make the camper's tool. And to make tent pegs, you'll use the iron ingot next to the camper's tool. And that's going to be for actually making the tent, which I'll show you in 1 second. Alright, so to make the tent, what you're going to need is canvas and tent pegs. But to make canvas, you're going to need the camper's tool, and you're going to need 6 string. So it's pretty easy to make, plus they do spawn randomly, so you might see some of them as well. The camper's tool does have some other uses too, and it's basically for picking up campfires. These will actually break if you try to pick them up normally. So you're going to need a camper's tool to pick those up, and stuff like tents and sleeping bags too are going to need to be picked up specifically with the camper's tool. And there's also some camping bags you can make too. To make a camping bag, all you need to do is surround it with canvas like this, and it'll make you a small camping bag. And to make a normal camping bag, you'll put that in the middle of a bunch of canvas, and that'll just give you a bigger camping bag. And then finally, you can make a large one by putting a normal one in the middle. And to make a sleeping bag, it is just 3 wool, just in a row like that. So I'll show you guys the size of these. We'll take a small one, and we'll take the large one. Okay. So yeah, these are all different sizes, and it's just another useful way. It's kind of like the backpack mod, but you know, obviously not as much variation to it. So the small one right here, it's a tiny little like backpack you can carry with you. This one is the normal one, so it's quite a bit bigger, and the large one is just as big as having a chest with you. So that's really useful to be able to store stuff with you while you go. There's a couple different things you can actually do with the tent if you make one. The first one is you can put a sleeping bag inside it, and you can go to sleep at night with that. So it's another place you can actually sleep, which is kind of cool. And the second thing you can do is you can put a chest inside it, and this is like a great storage thing. So it's like a huge storage. It's really cool that they set it up like that. There is another food that's added into this, and that is radishes. And seeds are going to come off grass just as often as we are, and you can just plant these and get some radishes to eat. And one thing about radishes, guys, is you don't need to hoe the land for them. You can actually just toss them right on, you know, dirt or grass, so they're really easy to grow. And right here is actually a randomly spawned structure, and they always come with an NPC. I'm not sure where he is. There he is. So I'll show you how the trades work. They trade you a lot of these camping supplies, so they're actually a lot easier to get. You don't have to craft everything. So we'll talk to this dude right here. And actually, he wants me to give him some radish seeds for an emerald. But I'm going to go to a bunch of them. I'm going to spawn like a ton of them so we can actually look at all the different trades that you can get. Alright guys, so I went into a flat like land so that we could see lots of these guys. And if you trade with this one for cooked marshmallows for an emerald. How about this dude? And this dude, 2 sleeping bags for an emerald. So that you can see there's lots of them around here, so it just gives like more of a variety to what you could possibly get here. So if you trade an emerald to this dude, you'll get 2 of those camper's tools, so you wouldn't need to craft those if you were to come across like someone like this. And by the way, these structures only spawn in the plains and in forests, but they do seem to be pretty common from what I've noticed. And that is the same exact thing. I'm just trying to show you some of the variety there is here. And this one is 2 emeralds for a book. There are some books, but only one of them I would say is finished at this point. I'll show you it in a minute. And this one for another one of the books. When you're trading with these guys, the book you're going to probably want is the campfires one. And this one actually teaches you how to use all the campfires. In case you don't have to look it up online, you can actually just look right into this. And it'll show you right here the regular campfire, all the uses to it, the other fires, all of them right here. So it's all in here. And you can't craft this book though. So the only way to get it is to find one of these guys and hopefully trade for it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this mod review, make sure to hit that subscribe button for some more awesome videos. And if you want to download it, it is in the description. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.